back. So, kind of have a cool project today. We had someone reach out to us. His name's Chris. He's with a company called Easy Air USA.
Yes.
Yeah, Easy Air USA. And he watched a few of our videos. We have always kind of struggled. We live in Ohio. We have a lot of humidity and just moisture in the air. And I've always kind of struggled with our air dryer setup that we have.
Yeah, because I mean, if you don't know, like, so moisture in your compressed air is bad for everything, but it's especially bad when it comes to consumables on your plasma table. So the moisture in your compressed air literally just cuts the lifespan of your consumables in half, if not even worse.
Yes.
It's really bad on any air tool to have moisture running through it. That's why you get air filter or air tool oil. So every time you use them, you put them in a drawer or whatever, you oil them up. So air in your compressed, or moisture in your compressed air is always a battle that everybody is probably fighting. So we've used a lot of stuff in the past. We can honestly take you through our current setup, and you might laugh.
Harbor Freight specials. Everybody loves Harbor Freight.
and a little bit of DIY
yeah.
ingenuity.
It's got us by, for years at this point. But Chris was nice enough to send us one of his premium Desiccant air dryer kits.
So that's new for me too. I had to do a lot of research, and actually I ended up calling and speaking with him, which is, thank you very much again for your help and support over the phone. So completely new process to me, but it's actually really cool. So there's a little bit of maintenance required, but it also the trade-off is you don't have to replace. There's not as much replacement, right? So like you buy once, cry once type thing. Like so the desiccant, the material, the media, whatever it is,
it's reusable.
It's reusable. So you literally unpack your dryer into like a baking sheet and throw it in your oven for an amount of time, and then you put it right back into your dryer, which is super cool.
Yeah.
And we'll keep tabs on it and see how long the stuff lasts and let you know. But so today's just going to be, well, this video will be centered around
the setup,
unboxing it, looking at it, doing some setup, installing it, and kind of taking you through what our current setup is and what we're hoping to get out of this.
Yes, and then obviously at the end we'll use it a little bit before we post the video and give you guys some feedback. But we're really excited about this. So I think first thing we're going to do is just kind of walk you through currently what we have set up.
Yes.
All right.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
I'm laughing. They're allowed to laugh.
There's two things happening here. So right now, what you're seeing hooked up is I've done the big compressor with the shut-off valve, which is nice because that allows you to have maintenance ability, right? Like you can turn the air off to your system and do whatever maintenance you need without draining your entire tank. This is where we go with the plasma table. So it comes into this soft line, it goes into this Harbor Freight dryer. It's actually really just an air filter, but it does a really good job of pulling the moisture out. The problem is every about third or fourth time the compressor kicks on and fills up, you have to drain this because lots of water gets pulled out. So there's this dryer, and then we've got this little inline filter also that we replace every few months or whatever. This is like $6. This is like $100. So we just pull this one off, replace it every once in a while, and we just drain this one constantly. Then we just plug a air hose in, just a soft line air hose, and run it over to the compressor, or to the plasma.
This line right here that's unhooked. So yeah, if we run like a full sheet, cut a bunch of parts all at once, I would say I typically drain that thing at least 2 to 3 times.
Oh yeah, for one run, right?
For one run, yeah.
So here's the other setup, right? Can you zoom out a little bit and show them my...
Oh yeah.
So this blue airline, right? So when I'm not running the plasma table, I'll hook this bad boy up, and we'll unhook the plasma table, and I'll turn this on, and now I've got these big tall loops, right? So that's my first line of defense for water. It seems like in my head water would gather in, right, in these big loops, but it really doesn't work. And then I've got a couple of these little inline filters, and this soft line wraps all the way around the barn. We've got a drop right there that I teed in. And then all the way down there, there's a Zillow aerial as well. If you can zoom in on that bad boy. Yep. So this, and like, so every bit of air equipment is run off of this compressor using soft lines, which is just not ideal. You get very inconsistent, much lower pressure and CFM than you could out of a hard line. So that's the other thing I'm very excited for about this system, is because he's supplied us with 32 feet of it's not quite like hard line. It's not black iron pipe.
Harder line.
But it is plastic. I think it's rated up to 15 CFM, which is pretty okay. Pretty okay for anything we're using. So
145 max PSI.
145 max PSI, and which as it comes out of the compressor, we regulate it down to I think 100 anyway. After right here for the, and then the plasma cutter does its own regulation. I think it regulates it right on down to 60. But so as soon as it comes out of the compressor, it's getting regulated down to 100 anyhow. So I don't know. I'm excited to run hardline through the barn and see how much better like my die grinders and my, I don't know, anything else we use air tool related anywhere.
All right. So next we'll show you what all comes with the kit. So we were sent the premium kit.
Yeah, there's a handful of different options that he has. I went ahead and kind of unboxed and laid stuff out, but so, you know, the Desiccant, the only thing that you had to buy was a piece of 2-inch threaded both ends black iron pipe. So this is actually what the Desiccant gets put in, and here's a couple filters that will go on this small hunk of tubing shoved down in here. This is what he, I believe, designed and manufactures. I mean, it has his cool
easy air.
But this trick piece of billet is, I think, the bread and butter of why this system is what it is. So like this 2-inch pipe gets threaded onto there. There's this big cap that goes on the bottom of the pipe. This pipe gets filled up with the Desiccant drying material. So the air comes in, goes down into the pipe, comes out as dry air. So here we go. Yeah, so I guess the rest of the kit. So obviously it comes with this piece, 32 feet of hard line, a bunch of these push to connect fittings, which I'm actually really excited to see whether or not these hold up. Because if this is really like as good as I hope that it is, this is so much easier.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm really excited. So it also comes with a couple of these manifolds, which I think are pretty standard procedure. Like a drop, like you would you would thread this guy in here, push to connect wire, and then like a quick disconnect normal airline fitting out to whatever drop you want to do, whether it's a hose reel or like our plasma cutter or whatever. Some thread tape comes in it, the Desiccant material, some instructions for the kit as a whole, and then instructions for the Desiccant material and how to dry it.
It even comes with little cutters for your...
Oh yeah.
I thought that was... Oh, sorry. I thought that was cool.
Absolutely. And, you know, hold downs to hold your pipe as far as where you're going to run it. Comes with this monster Allen wrench to tighten these fittings on your pipe cap.
Yeah, pretty much anything you would need other than that 2-inch pipe. And you do need 2-inch by 36 inches
That's what's recommended.
That's what he recommends.
Right.
So really the only thing, you know, we had to buy some extra stuff just because we're trying to run it a lot farther and do the whole barn.
Yeah,
but
I'm doing the whole barn. If I'm going to dry the air, like I'm going to go ahead and dry the air, you know.
But he does sell extras of everything on the website as well.
So at the end of the video or in the description, we're actually going to throw in a coupon code.
15% off. 15% yeah, if you use the coupon code.
Our coupon code, including us, which is cool.
Yes, definitely.
Already gone on, and we're going to order some parts. But yeah, here we go. All right, so right now I've got both of my dryers mounted here. So what I'm trying to do now is figure out how to get from here to here. And I think I'm gonna have to move this over just a hair, but so I can thread this guy in. This is my inlet for the easy air. Of course, now I can't get it to start because I undid it here. Hold on a second. Okay. I've got another one of these threaded into a coupling that's gonna go into here. I've got two 90s. And so now you can see how they're a little bit offset, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna have to scoot this over probably like an inch. But I'm gonna go ahead and assemble all of this first, just to see how much things shrink before I go moving it, you know? So here we go. All right, so obviously the last clip you saw was a few nights ago, and I believe I was, what was I doing? Oh, I was putting that T in over there to get manifold set up for the plasma table. That's been really helpful. I have used the plasma table, actually Melinda and I used the plasma table earlier today, and even with our setup being temporary, we were still able to get it in a way that it was working good for us. So we're down here tonight. Hopefully we're going to finish the setup for everything else. I'm kind of just starting to go through things, and I'm going to set some stuff up. We got on Easy Air's website, got another roll of tubing, some more fittings, some 90s, some T's, and we're going to continue the line down the side of the barn, and we're going to reach that. I don't know if you can see it in there or not, but the hose reel, the Zillow, or whatever, hose reel that's down there. So.
And then also fill the desiccant. And
we also need to fill the desiccant still. So, yeah, we're just going to work through it this evening, and we'll see. Hopefully
knock it out.
Get her done, yeah. All right.
Hey babe.
What?
Why are you so dirty?
That's not fair. So I was overcomplicating this. I was using manifolds everywhere. And these are really cool. You know, you can come into this with this PEX style airline, and then you put a couple, you know, couplers on there, and you have these hose drops, right? Well, I already have hose drops. I have the Zillow one there, and I've got the Harbor Freight one here. I can reach everywhere in this barn with those two hose drops. So I don't need these extra things, right? So now I'm realizing that these threaded pieces that go from the push to connect to threads thread right into these female quick connect doodads that I have a bunch of. So I'm gonna use a T. I'm gonna cut in a T over there to get to that hose reel because I didn't hook up to that reel. I'm gonna cut in a T. I'm gonna put some blue PEX stuff out here to this, and I'll probably 90 over or whatever, and this will plug right into my other hose drop, and I'm gonna have all my hose drops back without using any of these manifolds because I didn't have the right couplers to thread into these manifolds. But it turns out I don't need it because I've already, like I said, I've already got my air set up. I'm just improving it at this point, and this makes me very happy. So here is the actual desiccant. We've got the system pretty well hooked up, plumbed up. Now I'm going to, and you saw, you know, we bought that 2-inch pipe. We kind of struggled to get it to stop leaking. I think it was just the threads on my pipe. I don't know.
Yeah, we didn't show that whole process on tape. I don't think.
It kind of turned out ridiculous, but really all that needed to happen was we unthreaded it, like we took it out and just went ham with the PTFE tape. It is, you know, a gas pipe after all, so big tapered threads. Don't be afraid to just go nuts with the tape. And it's not leaking now. Like I said, we've used the plasma table a handful of times at this point, and it has held air. We have not had the desiccant in the dryer so far. We're just running our original filter dryer that we've been running for the plasma table thus far. So we're at the point now where we're ready to actually hook the system up full on, like entirely. So we're gonna put the desiccant in it. So here's how it comes. It's in a package. The instructions say to do in a well ventilated area, avoid inhaling it, yada yada. So we have these little respirators that I'll wear. And so this is the desiccant material. It says it is activated alumina stuff. And then here is, these are like silica gel. So this is, the dryer itself has a sight glass in the top of it. So you can look down inside it. And this silica gel, as it absorbs moisture, it changes color. So like it starts out orange, completely dry. And as it reaches this dark green, it has reached 50% of its drying capacity. So like even after this stuff turns green, it still has capacity to continue drying. But you may want to start thinking about draining your desiccant out and heating it in the oven. That's the cool thing about this. So there is no replacing filters. There's no real maintenance outside of drying the media, which is, and you know, we don't know how long it's going to last, but I'm pretty excited to be able to drain it out. And they, you know, in the kit it sends you this cheesecloth bag that you drain your desiccant in. And you literally just put it on a cookie sheet, throw it in your oven at 350 degrees for a few hours, and it's dry and ready to be put back in your dryer again. So like an afternoon of, you know, baking, and it's good to go. So I guess now we are going to open this stuff up. I'm gonna put my respirator on. You can look inside here. It is just these little beads. I haven't stirred it up yet, so there's no real dust flying, but I got my funnel, I cleaned it out, and we're gonna open the cap and we're gonna start filling this bad boy up. Moment of truth. It was pretty anticlimactic.
Well, I mean, nothing like blew up or, you know, popped off. It's good.
So this has pressure.
Awesome.
Let's see if we got pressure down here at the end. We do here, right? Forgot you can't do that. Hold on a minute.
You're funny.
Sweet.
All right, well, we will use it for a week or so and then check back in, let you guys know what we think. All right, well, we got everything done on the Desiccant air dryer, and I think the last clip you saw was us just testing the air pressure and everything. Everything's been working really good since then. Been using it for, I don't know, what, about a week now?
Probably.
We have cut.
She's cut a couple times. I don't know, haven't done much. Filled the lawnmower tires and not a whole lot, but.
I will say I haven't had to change consumables yet, but I haven't cut a whole lot. So as far as like, are we burning through consumables, you know, less frequently? I can't really speak into that 100% yet, but I mean, I will say that I haven't had to change them yet, so that's good.
The thing that I like most about it is there's no more like, so like if we're using the plasma table, I would have to switch out systems, right? Like I had an air system that I would have strung around the shop for both reels, for pumping tires up, or for using air tools, and then I would have a separate run for the plasma table because it was on my dedicated air filter dryer thing. Well, now that this easy air system is in place, and it was easy enough, like literally, that's kind of, is that
Easy.
easy? Wow.
Easy enough.
I didn't even know. Anyway,
It's a great name. Great name for the system.
It was super easy to plumb everything. So
Yeah.
I did that, and I put the Desiccant dryer just after our filter dryer, and yeah, so now the whole shop has consistent dry air, and
Yeah, it's all ran through the Desiccant dryer.
and I really like that. I think the one thing I'm going to do in the future, and maybe we'll do like an update at some point.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
One thing I want to do is I want to add, and I'm not even sure that they make these, but I want to see if they make like a push to connect ball valve. It'd be really cool to, like, say I'm just going to be running the plasma cutter, rather than switching out systems and draining the air and, you know, disconnecting and reconnecting all that stuff, I could just go and flip a ball valve to turn the air off to like that end.
The long run.
The long run, you know what I mean? I don't know if that's a thing, but I can't imagine that it's not.
I don't know, I'm sure it exists.
It's something I want to do, and I just love these push to connect fittings too. It's super simple to cut a T in and just do whatever you need to do.
I think we were overcomplicating it, honestly.
We super were. And
Yeah.
the Desiccant dryer, everything in the kit, it came with it. The only thing I had to buy was that 2-inch pipe, and I think it was less than $30. I can't remember how much it was.
And we needed a few extra elbows and stuff, which he has on his website.
Right.
Just different fittings and stuff you guys may need depending on what you want to do in your shop. But I'd say I definitely highly recommend it. It's a really, really, you know, easy kit to install. Also, we have a coupon code that we'll throw in the description. It's SlyEasy. So if you guys use that, if you want to, you know, purchase one of the kits or any of the parts or anything, it'll give you 15% off. So that's awesome. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and maybe we'll do an update here, you know, after a few months or something. Let you know how it's going. Awesome. Thank you guys. Till next time.